Good evening, folks. This is the Black Ankh, here to spread some knowledge. So, let's just cut to the chase and let's begin. So, the topic that I'm going to talk about today is basically about this reality, and specifically time. What is time? How do you define time? How do you, especially with all these different perceptions of time that we have been fed over and over again, where we feel like there's past, present, and future, and it's something fixed, and it's something linear, and it's something that can be controlled or can be comprehended, like any little thing that is there in this world, we're always trying to find a way of controlling it, trying to find a way of how to actually make sense of it. So even if it's something as vast or as big as time, as big as life, as big as a lot of things. So basically the point is how do you define something as big as time? How do you put time in a box and say it's like this? It's like not necessarily like that, but it's just the way it is because we have dates, we have calendars. We know that there's tomorrow, there's yesterday, there's next year, there's the year's this. But who knows who has been counting? Nobody has been. We just started counting from a certain time, and from that time, and even even that way of counting wasn't really accurate. So it's really hard to define something like time, I'm not even talking about time, I'm talking about time, I'm talking about God, I'm talking about life, I'm talking about death, I'm talking about heaven. So if you notice, you can see that everything that really requires a lot of explanation and a lot of deep knowledge, we always tend to put it in a box and give it some small simplistic understanding and just keep it there and be like, okay, we don't want to touch that. We know time as this, we know life as this, we know religion as this, we know God as this, and that's it. But that's not the case. That's the problem with the world today, is that everybody has a fixed mentality or a fixed notion about something, which isn't right. It's not even alright. It's not even, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't put closure into whatever doubts you have or whatever it is you're actually trying to decipher from something as big as time. It really needs a lot of thought, a lot of I don't know how to put it, but basically I'm just saying that we can't really put time in a small bracket and start just saying that's how it's meant to be when we haven't completely analyzed what time is. So after doing a bunch of research, after experiencing, after doing a lot of things, I've come to a conclusion that time is irrelevant. Time is nothing. Time is not that. Okay? Time is just a fucking illusion. My bad for my language, but like that's how serious it is. Time is a major, 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 major big illusion. And you might say, oh, but what does the calendar say? What does my watch say? What does my phone say? What does my laptop say? They can say whatever they want to say, but that's how you've been. That's how your mind has been conditioned by the mass media, by the higher powers at work who actually made you think that time is something that is tangible, in which it's not. It's really not. So it made you feel like there's still time, you know, when there's actually no time, because we don't even know when this will all end. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We don't know anything, but because because of because of because of basically the illusion of time that we have been provided, we now think that time is forever, and that's why we keep on living the lives that we're living. We're living a life where we think that there's still time. So we keep thinking about the future, and we worry about the future, and we still think about the past when we're forgetting that everything is happening right now. Like whatever it is you're thinking about right now is what is making this whole maze run, making this whole matrix keep going. So just let that sink in for a while, because, and if you want me to explain further about how are we keeping this matrix going, it's basically like they are making us think, because what we think about, what we believe, what we feel is our reality. So once you're thinking about the future so much, you're so worried about the future, like, oh, I need to start working, I need to get good grades, I need to do this, I need to do that. That now defines what that worry about the future defines your present state now. And your present state now, what are you gonna do about that future that you're so worried about? You're gonna do something about it. So that is what's gonna make you basically, that's what's gonna drive you to do whatever it is you want to do to make that future possible. So they give you these worries about, where am I gonna get my food? Where am I gonna get, money to survive? Where am I gonna do all of this? And then as you worry about the future, you are now thinking about ways of of- you're thinking about ways of shit. I really can't find a word for it. Yeah, if you're trying to find ways of fulfilling the future based upon your present moment. So you're thinking about cash, you're thinking about your future, you're gonna start working, you're gonna start studying, you're gonna start going out there hustling, doing whatever it is you want to do for that future that you want. And that's keeping you busy instead of sitting down and thinking about other things that could maybe uplift you, make you better, maybe something that you're really into, deeper things like what is life, what are we here for, stuff like that. So it's basically a distraction, because I don't know how long this maze is running for, but they just don't want it to end. That's why they keep giving us new things to worry about. And generations after generations, we still don't get it. We still don't We still don't stop. We're still looking for more. We still want more. We still want more. We still want more. Till when? You know, like we've advanced so far, and we still have a lot of advancements left. So where is that stage where we're just gonna stop and be like, oh, let's stay here. I'm happy here. No, that's the thing. It's never gonna stop. We're still gonna keep on rising, keep on going, keep on going, keep on keeping on knowing more stuff that's gonna make us just feed the system. So I don't know if you really get me, but if you really look at the grand scheme of things, that's what it actually is. It's just control. Time is used as a tool to control people. As long as people think that there's enough time or there's more time or there's whatever time in the world there is, they will just keep on living and think in a third dimension way of thinking. If that's the right way to say it, but like that's basically what I'm trying to get at. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So time is an illusion. There is no past, there is no future, there's nothing. All there is right now. So what are you doing now? I'm doing this. What are you thinking about now? That's what's going to define your future. So what you're thinking about now, that's you. And once you soak that in, whether it's conscious or unconsciously, it's the same thing. And what they're doing is they're actually feeding your brain with unconscious things, unconsciously feeding your subconscious with a bunch of information, so that you act out unconsciously. Like you don't even know, you're not consciously aware of your actions. You're not consciously aware of what you're trying to do. All you're doing is just acting out based on what these people put in your head, in your brain, what they have fed your subconscious mind with. So you're basically not acting, you're acting based on or according to them. And that ain't right. You have to have full control and full power of your life. So if you're not sure about what you're doing, you're not sure about where you're going, and you're just thinking about things that people have fed you your entire life, then my bad, you're not really living your life. You're not really living. You're not really going anywhere. It just it just aimlessly feeding the system. So just look at time as something arbitrary, like as something that's not there. Just look at things as now. You want to do something, do it now. I just saw a video about B.O.B, and B.O.B has really, I didn't know this guy. Okay, I knew this guy, I knew he was an artist and stuff, but to tell you the truth, I didn't like this guy. I didn't really like him musically. Okay, I wasn't really into him that much. I didn't really download any of his albums. I've seen a couple of singles, but I wasn't really looking for B.O.B. But I found out he's really not, he has some really good knowledge. He knows some stuff, and the way he speaks, the way he talks is yo, it resonates with you. You know what I'm saying? You actually feel what he's trying to say, even if you haven't heard of whatever the fuck he's talking about earlier. You just saying whoa, this guy really knows his shit, and it's because he speaks the truth. And whoever you are, even if you're not familiar with the truth, deep down, your intuition, your higher self, your deeper self knows when someone's telling you something, and then you wake up and you're like, shit, oh shit. So he really caught my eye, and he really told me basically what he was saying in one of his videos was what was he saying? Yeah, he said that don't speak about the past, don't speak in past tense, don't speak in future tense. Just try to speak and try to think about things in the present tense. So just say stuff like I am doing this, I'm making this video right now. Not I'm gonna make this video, or I made this video. No, I'm making this video. No, yeah, I'm making this video. I'm going to the shops. I'm walking. I'm chilling. With my friend. Something, but like, and once you get that, it's like you put yourself in the moment, and who you are at that moment, that's what defines you. Whatever it is in the, whatever you've done in the past, whatever it is in the past, it's gone. Whatever you think about the future is not yet, hasn't come there yet. So the future's still, it's not even there. It hasn't been open yet. The gateway to the future is the present. So as long as you're present, just look at your present state, and that's who you are. So if that's who you are at the present state, that's who you are. Whoever, like, however you act, whatever the fuck you're doing, that's who you are at the present state, or in your present state. So try to forget about the future and the past, and good things will happen to you, because you are what you think about. And what you think about, you're not thinking about anything. If you think about the future, you're not thinking about, like, you're not gonna think about that thing in the future. Yeah, even if you're thinking about the past, you're not gonna think about that thing in the past. You're gonna think about it in the present, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So worrying and making your mind just like wave around and just move around in different directions, and just and just making yourself hopeless against your thoughts. That's not right. You have to be able to control your thoughts and direct it to wherever it is you want to take yourself. Wherever it is you want to take yourself. So just don't really care so much about the future. Don't really worry too much about your past deeds, but just think about how you can fix things in the now, and try to make your now beautiful. Try to make your now better. Try to make your now positive, and I'm sure once you're able to control the now, everything else will be better. Especially if like you're even worried about the future, in which there's no need to worry, because the present leads to the future. So if your present is good, your future is gonna be good. But it's even better not to look at the future at all. Just keep focusing on the present, and that's how things will really look up. Things will really look much, much better for you, and you will really start seeing some good results from this way of thinking, from this. So yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I really if I really made sense, or if I, you know, if I really, I'm just not really sure if you guys got it the way I got it, because when I saw these videos, when I read the books, when I experienced, and I just came to that notion where time is just irrelevant, it really caught me. It really got me there, where, yeah, it was like I believed it, like it made sense. So I'm basically trying to feed you guys feed you guys this information and let you know that it's all fake. It's like it's weird. It's really all fake. It's really all it's it's hard to make you understand because we've got so used to living this life that we are just lost souls, man. Like we have no idea what's going on. We think that whatever we see around us, whatever we do, everything that's happening is actually real. Because we've been living this life forever. For ever since you were born, you've just been doing the same thing. You know, you feed your mind by repetition, by you know, by subliminal signs, by a bunch of techniques that they do to make you think a certain way. So all of us have been thought that this life is real because look around us and everybody's acting like this and we're acting like this and there's no change and everything is the same and everything is just same old shit, different day. You just wake up in the morning, oh, go to work, go do this. Sometimes you can even see it in the eyes of people, especially the old people. Like you can see old people like they're bored of life. Like they don't even know. They're just like, yo, just let me let me just do this. Like, oh, I'm awake. Oh, I'm alive. Okay, just let me just let me just let me just live. Like they don't even know what they're living for anymore. Like nobody even knows, and that's the worst part when you're not even sure why you're alive and what you're here for, and that's really messed up because we're all here for a reason, you know. And the main reason is actually to learn, to, as I said, to grow spiritually. But it is gonna take some time for everyone to wake up and for everyone to realize that, especially when you're so busy worrying about the future and so busy, thinking about the past. So, and just worrying about unnecessary and useless shit that these guys made us care about. So, like, this world is actually spiritual. It's spiritual, but we are in such a low vibratory state that we can't even sense the spiritual realm anymore. We can't even comprehend it. We can't even feel it because we've been so spiritually detached from our souls that we just don't know what's going on, and we have been manipulated in such a way where we're just feeding this matrix with energy, with our life force over and over and over again, because it can all end like once we realize and just ascend to the next stage, but they really want some control and they really want to keep us in this maze. For who? I'm not sure. Because before I used to think, oh, it's just the Illuminati and these guys on top of us and they're just fucking us up. But there's also someone on top of them who is making them and giving them the power to manipulate us. So who's that person? Who's that entity? Who are those people that are giving these low labs enough knowledge to have power over us? You tell me. I'm not sure who the hell these guys are. I've been reading some books. And I'm trying to find out who it is exactly, and I'll just try my best. I'll just try my best to get enough knowledge and try to spread it around and just see the real truth behind this matrix, because it seems real. Everything seems real. Everything seems solid. Everything seems stacked. Everything seems fixed, but it's not really fixed. It's all a fucking illusion. We're all just living. We're like nothing. Like you think school is real. That's the thing, because we're giving things so much energy. We're giving money. We're giving school. We're giving life. We're giving everything so much energy that we really think that this is the real life. This is real life, but we're not even our bodies. We're not even anything. We are deep down, deep within. This is just a vessel to just experience this dimension with. That's all. Experience, then bounce. Go up, to the next stage, up or down, whatever the fuck it is. Because I don't know which direction it is. All I know is that this is just a, a very low frequency, low vibratory area where nothing. It's fucking boring. It's really fucking boring. That's why I don't even like doing shit anymore. Because I'm just like really, like, come on, man. Like, how many times? Like, I've done all this shit already. Like, I've seen it. Like, yeah, it's fun and all this shit, but it's all fake. This is the thing. I want something real, and I really feel like it's the signs are there, and I really want to. I've already seen the signs, but I want to see it without the use of drugs. You know, without acid, without mushrooms, without fucking weed, without all this shit. I just want to see it sober. I want to get to that state sober, and get into that state. Getting in that state sober as fuck is fucking hard, but I am willing to work my ass off to get that feeling. So I guess that's all. Like, this is just a rant now. I'm just ranting. I'm just like, yo, I'm just sick and tired, man. Cause like we give things so much power, thinking that it's real. Oh, I want money. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. You know, like, it's all fake. It's all fucking fake. Like, we can have all of that. It's like we can have it. We can have anything. We can have anything that we put our minds into. Like we said, but we don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe in anything. We don't believe. We think that because it's hard, because the world made it hard for us, that we can't even attain it. But we can have anything. We can have anything. This is what we're here for. We're just here to just be able to use our minds, be able to use our souls, and be able to use our energy to get what we want. But these guys are feeding us with stupid energy about what do you want? Oh, I want to drink. Oh, I want to smoke. I want to do this. Oh, I want to go out. Oh, I want to, like a bunch of useless things that we give them power. We're giving them power by speaking and accepting those things in our subconscious. So once you know exactly what they're feeding you, and you're able to block it and able to be like, oh, I don't want that in my life because that's not me, stuff like that, then you'll be much better. You'll be much better off, and you just go do the things that you love to do the things that you like to do, not things that they want you to think about. So that's why so many of the youth, so many of them are so lost because of all this music stuff, all this propaganda brought about by the news, by these entertainment networks, by music videos, by these cartoons, these shows, all of them just telling you how to live your life, how to act in this generation, in this day and age. And it's if you look at it, it's bullshit. Like they're just feeding you lies. They're just feeding you bullshit. So I really believe that nothing is real, and it's all just fake, and I'm just trying to look for the real shit. So you're talking about the question about money and doing what I love. I don't know, like I told you, man, like I already know I'm gonna do what I love. That's cool. That's I'm never gonna stop doing what I love to do. I already have a plan. I already have what I want to do. But man, living in this dimension is hard, man. So I'm really gonna. I really need to make some money. I really need to make some money, man, for real. Like I ain't gonna lie and try to act like all this. I'm not perfect, man. I ain't trying to act like I'm a savior or something. I'm just trying to basically speak to you guys from my perspective and at least wake some niggas up and be like, yo, I did something. Like even if it's just one nigga who gets me and is like, I made him change and I made him start looking at videos and looking at life in a different way, and like just made his life better, you know. I really wish, I really hope for that. I really hope at least I sparked, or I just hit one nigga, like I hit one person and just, you know, I made him understand how this fucking fake dimension is. Like, I just hope I I just made sense to like this one soul. At least one soul heard me, and it's like he woke up. Not you, like as in a person, your brain who's just receiving this information. No, the soul who's actually feeling what I'm trying to say, who's actually grasping all the information and all this energy that I'm trying to give out. You know, like who's actually understanding it, not from just a small-minded scale of thinking, no, from a large scale, from a huge, huge, big, major perspective of things. So I'm just like, I'm just saying what's on my mind and what I really believe in. If you don't really believe the stuff that I'm talking about, then that's you. Probably like, probably need some more knowledge. You probably need to read some more books. Probably need to just check your life, because I don't know how you can be living aimlessly, just thinking that this life is real. And if you do, then you're in a big ass illusion, a big ass fucking illusion. Yeah. Yeah, well, yo, what, 30 minutes? I keep on making long videos, man. Like, my bad, but what can I do? Like, every time I try to talk, I try to make it like 10 minutes, 15, 20. And I keep going to like 30, 40. It's too much. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. But it's like I just add too much things. I add too many things. I was already done by the 20th minute, but I kept on talking about some shit, like just whining and shit. So, I just hope you guys see what I'm trying to say. I really hope. I really hope that. Yo, I'm sleepy. I gotta eat. I gotta listen to some brand newer beats and chill. I swear that shit gets me, yo. Like I sleep like a baby with that shit. Yo. Like you guys should try that. You guys should try that. It ain't bad at all. It's really refreshing. So yeah, that's about it. You guys have a good life. Just stay woke, stay awake. Just analyze things. Don't really look at things from a small minded view, from a small minded lens, and just think bigger, and you will still get what you want out of this life. Just be aware and be vigilant. Ankh out. Bless you. Love you guys.